We are going to continue lesson 3.1, which is talking about rational numbers. And we stopped in the last session with how we are going to simplify. So if we want to simplify, for example, 18 over 27, then first of all, we have to write L18 in a prime numbers, prime factorizations. So 18, it will be 3 times 3 times 2. And what about 27? It's 3 times 3 times 3. Then we can note that we have 3 and 3, 3 and 3, so 9 is a common factor. So we will divide the numerator and the denominator by 9, which means it will be 18 divided by 9, 27 divided by 9. To the answer, it will be 2 over 3. Let's talk about this example. Simplify 17 over negative 35. We are going to use the same method. First, how we are going to factorize 17? It will be 1 times 17. What about 35? It will be 5 times 3. You can note that there is no common factor between the numerator and the denominator. For this reason, we are going to keep it the same. But note that the denominator is negative. And we want to write the number in a simplest form. So don't keep negative in the denominator, and we have to put it outside. So the answer, it will be 17 over 35, because already 17 and 35 written in relative prime. Now we have another type of decimals which we can write it in a form of irrational numbers. Decimals that terminate or repeat are rational numbers. Then, to write a terminating decimal as a fraction, identify the place value of the digit farthest to the right. Then, place value the digit farthest to the right, then write all the digits after the decimal point as the numerator. Write the place value of the denominator. Let me show you how. Then we are going to find the number in simplest form. With rational numbers, we have two different types of rational numbers. The first one is called terminating decimal. The second is repeating decimal. What is the difference between both of them? First, negative 3.2. Terminating means that we have a term, we have a limit. Negative 3.2. Then decimal point here after only one digit, which means we are going to write it negative 3 and 2 out of 10. For the second one, it's called repeating decimal. Repeating decimal, so we have 0.13. This bar above 3 means that you are going to repeat 3 till the end. So you have 1, 3, 3, 3, 3. Then we are going to change it into fractional form. So it will be 2 out of 15. Write each decimal as a fraction in simplest form. 5.37. 7 is 100, which means we have 2 digits after the decimal point. Then we can change it into fractional form. It will be 5, integer, we have to keep it the same, and then we will put 37 after 100. Second, 2 is in thousandth place, which means 3 digits. Then it will be 622 over 1000. But this number now, it's not relatively prime. Then we have to simplify. Once we will simplify, we will divide it both by 2. Then it will be 311 over 500. Try to do this one by yourself, please. 8.75. How we are going to change it into fractional form. Then the integer 1, we have to keep it the same. 500, which means it's after 2 digits. Then we have 8 equal 75 over 100. We will simplify. Both can be divisible by 25. If you started with 5, then we have to continue to reach the both two terms in a primary relatively prime. Then the answer it will be 8 and 3 over 4. This number, we have how many digits after the decimal point? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Which means 5 is in the 10,000th place. Then we are going to keep the integer, this part over 10,000. Okay, if this one is relatively prime, no, we still have a common between numerator and denominator. We will divide it both by 125. This is the common factor between them. Then the answer, it will be 21 over 80. To write a fraction as a decimal, divide the numerator by the denominator. And you can use a long division. You know that the number above the line is called numerator and down is called denominator. So we can use another way like this one. So we will put the numerator inside and the denominator outside. Let me give you a question. Write the fraction as a decimal. Look at the denominator, it's 9. The numerator, it's 11. Then we are going to use a long division. 11 divided by 9. It will be 1. Then we will back. Then it will be 1 times 9. It will be equal 9. Then we will subtract. 2 divided by 9. We don't have numbers to drop down here. So we are going to put dot and then 0. And we have to put the dot here and up. Okay, then you have 20. 20 divided by 9 equal 2. Then 2 times 9, it will be equal 18. Now we have 2. We will drop down one more 0. Okay, then what pattern it will repeat. How? Then a repeating decimal can be written with a bar over the digits that repeats. So 1.2222. So we are going to write it 1.2 and we will put a bar above it. Then this fraction is a repeating decimal because we have this digit after the decimal point. It will be repeat many times. So the fraction 11 over 9 is equivalent to the decimal 1.2. We have this question, write the fraction as a decimal. In this question, we can write different numbers. It will help us to answer the question more easier. Like we said today in the class, we said that we can use this chart. 2 times 5, sorry, 2 times 5 equals 10. 4 times 25 equal 100. We write them again. So we can write this chart. Then 2 times 5 equals 10. 4 times 25 equal 100. 16 times 625 equal 10,000. And 8 times 125 equal 1,000. So as much as we can, so we can memorize this list. 2 times 5 equal 10, 4 times 25 equal 100, 8 times 125 equal 1,000, 16 times 625, it will be equal 10,000. Look at the denominator here. I'm going to answer this question by two different ways. First way, look at the denominator. The denominator is what? Is 20, but we have 2. Is there any friend here with 2? Huh? You cannot hear any friend with 2? Yes, we have, which is 5. Then I can write now 7 over 20. And I'm going to multiply the numerator by 5 and the denominator by 5. So we have 35 over 100. Then how we will change it into decimal? It will be 0.35. Okay, so this is the first method. In case if the denominator, we can find it in this list, then we can multiply both numerator and denominator by it, and then we will change it into decimal. The second method, we can use long division. 7 divided by 20. It's not work, so we have to put 0 point, and then we will put dot. Okay, dot here, and then we will put dot and at the top. So we have 70 divided by 20, or we can say 7 divided by 2 equal 3. 3 times 2, it will be equal 60. The remainder is 10. We will drop 0 down. It will be 100 divided by 20 equal 5. Then by the end, the answer, it will be 0.35. Then in both two methods, we can change the fractional form into decimal form. So this is the part which we want to talk about it today. See you in the next session, inshallah.